Powered by Riverside FM.
Back to Joey and Journalers, the Fun Time Super Terrific Happy Hour. Welcome, Joey.
Welcome, Jamma.
All right, dude. It's time for
Here are today's effing holidays.
the holidays. I'm going to quickly go over those Jan 3rds, and then I'm going to throw in some 4ths, since it's the 4th, you know?
Okay.
Remember, we had our fruitcake toss day on January 3rd.
Fruit what? Fruit was the first one? Fruit what toss?
Fruitcake toss day. We also had Remember You Die Day on January 3rd.
Yeah.
And then
It's still,
and then
just still a messed up holiday. Just
and
saying.
then the Festival of Sleep Day was yesterday. Just so everybody knows, you know. Remember we talked about that's the day I'm really stressed out that I'm gonna die. Let me go ahead and just take a big nap. Hopefully I wake up, you know.
Yeah, like I don't. It's what. It's all. It's all. I might eat a fruitcake and die. So let's go sleep instead.
And January 4th though, but here's kind of like a little turn of events. It's National Can Do Day. National Can Do Day is celebrated on January 4th every year. This is a day to take a realistic account of what a person is able to accomplish through hard work and dedication. National Can Do Day emphasizes achieving all the possible goals and doable tasks in one's life. It's also National Trivia Day. You play trivia?
I used to do it like when you go like in the bar stuff all the time. I loved it.
Yeah, I loved it too. Me and a group in Illinois, for like 6 months straight, man, we would win. we had it all like on lockdown. But what holiday celebrates this little known factoids? That's right, it's National Trivia Day, January 4th.
And I
Our
like
obsession
Trivial.
for trivia has been part of popular culture for many decades, and it's easy to understand why. What were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
I like Trivial Pursuit, like the game sometimes, but like I feel
Yeah.
like sometimes you get like this streak where you hit these questions and it's like, dude, like nobody knows this one. There's no way. Like nobody knows that.
Um, Friends of the family, or what I call aunt and uncle, they were I guess there was a now I can't even think of the game, but it was about it's Generation Gap or something. It's Mind the Gap. It's called Mind the Gap. But it's game that always like I guess you try and get like a baby boomer, a Gen Xer, like a Gen Z, a millennial, or whatever, like all on a team, and then that certain questions for certain people. I was like, it sounded cool, but
Yeah, it does sound kind of cool. Mind the Gap?
yeah.
Is it
I
sold on
also,
buyblacket.com?
unfortunately, no.
No.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. We should tell them, hey, why don't you buy this game and just resell it?
We'll resell it for like a little bit of a markup, and so we can
Yeah.
get a cut.
And that actually reminds we need to work on our remember our little card game we were thinking about doing. You know, our little Joey and Chandler's card game.
Yeah.
The Oregon Trail game. Copyright Joey and Chandler. But that reminded me, I forget I forget what it's called, but there was this trivia game on Facebook that my uncle would play with me a lot. But he stopped playing because he kept losing. So I was like, all right, it's one way to do it, Uncle. I think I'm done. And last holiday, January 4th, it's World Hypnotism Day. World Hypnotism is celebrated on January 4th. While it may be a complex subject, there's no denying that hypnosis by a certified hypnotist can be beneficial in many ways. Maybe we can hypnotize people to increase our listeners. You know,
It'd be cool.
it'd be cool. And then the weather. What do you think about the weather right now?
It's besides it being overcast, it's all right. I'm not. I'm worried about this whole might freeze and snow and ice over crap here like this time next week. That's what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
worried about for sure.
yeah. Right now it's 66. Clouds at night are even worse than clouds during the day. It was kind of gray today, and kind of reminded me of like wintertime. You know,
Yeah,
even though
it's
it
like you
wasn't
look
cold.
outside and it looks wintry, but then it's not because you get out and you're like, oh, it's 70.
Yeah. See, I don't. Well, yeah. This whole coming week, I don't know. Somebody said it might. They said there's a chance of snow, and I was like, what? But now there's like it's supposed to be 40s, like Wednesday and Thursday. Maybe that's what we need. We get another ice day. You know.
Sure.
Woo! There's no holidays, so I'm gonna shoe the holidays. And remember, like I said, we've done this before, but hopefully you don't remember everything. But I stumbled upon this article, and I thought of you, Joseph. 22 deadlier animals than sharks. And I thought we could share a little bit about it, right? You didn't remember
Yes.
all of this, do you?
I don't remember all of them. I do remember though, so that way everybody out there in like Joey and Chandler land,
Yeah.
they're not in a particular like order as in the fact of like how many things that they kill.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So that way, like whoever like this list was put together by like a 7 year old as far as like there's no real like rational like list like order.
because you choialized them there. I'm not even gonna name their website on the off chance they hear us because be like those guys, those jerks, you know.
Don't listen to
Start
them.
starting off, deer. You know, deer kill on average in U.S. about 120 people annually. But when you think about it, no surprise, right?
Well, you have to qualify it though later and tell how it happens though, because
Oh,
like
I'll
you
read
sit
it. I
there.
thought you were. I just thought you'd know. That you'd fill in my thoughts. My bad.
Oh,
It's
okay,
not
sorry.
because these deer are vicious. It's because most deaths are caused by car accidents.
Yeah. When we went through the list before, I'm like, what is it? Like my imagination was like that, like the jackalope commercial, like they just pop out of nowhere and just like attack you. Mm.
um, another next on the list we got bees, wasps. I was gonna say beers. Bees, wasps, and hornets, and they kill due to allergies around 58 citizens per year, according to the CDC.
You know what I'm curious now that I think about this one I said from last time? Murder
Hmm.
hornets. Remember those things?
I remember with killer
Like what happened?
bees.
I remember Killer Bees, but then they had like murder hornets, which was like something like after COVID.
Oh,
Like
really?
whatever happened to those guys?
I don't know. Maybe they moved on. They got tired. Maybe they got kicked out. Who knows?
They got
Uh,
sensitive.
we have okay. So dogs. Turns out man's best friend has a dark side. Estimated 28 Americans are killed by dogs each year. That's compared to the 44% of us that own one. So, but that's because many of these attacks are carried out by dogs who are mistreated. So it's not the dog's fault. You know, we want them to get a bad rap.
It's not the gun that kills people. It's the bullet itself that rips through your flesh.
Exactly. This
Not
was
the
a
dog.
funny. This was a funny one. Cows. We read about cows.
Yeah.
They said they only kill only around 20 Americans a year, and some of these deaths are by accident, like cows standing in the road or falling off cliffs. I didn't even know that could happen.
Yeah. The
Now
cliff one.
you got to worry about it when you're driving now.
Yeah.
But they said
You never been awesome if
75%.
they'd have put like on there also like with the fact that somebody eats too much red meat, so they have to be careful with their arteries and they clog the arteries with the red meat.
Yeah, blame it. Don't blame that on the cow.
Why
Um,
not?
but they said what I thought was funny, other than falling off cliffs, is 75% are deliberate attacks. It sounds like cows kind of get together, you know, and they do group attacks. You might get like there were 10 of the years cow related, 10 of 20 deaths, right? One was
Huh?
by bull, right? 6 were
Yeah.
by cows, 5 were by group attacks. Again, cows being like, let's get swarm, like they said in Seinfeld. Swarm.
Moving.
Yeah. Next up we got horse. Horse related deaths occur just as frequently as cows, around 20. But this is because of riding injuries and accidents. They're a thing, you know. Can't take it lightly. Gotta be careful.
Horse took down Superman, remember?
I know. Rest in peace. Then moving on, we got black widow spiders. They kill only about 7 Americans a year, so that's not bad, right? Only 7. Said, but it reminded us of, remember Arachnophobia, the movie?
Yeah. I was saying John Candy, but that wasn't his name. It was John Goodman, right?
Yeah, I think it was John
Yeah.
Goodman.
When he like sprays that one spider, like my favorite scene from that movie when I got older, because I was freaked the heck out of me when I was a kid,
Yeah.
was when he like he just walks over and like steps on it and squishes it, and he's like, "Yeah, what's up?"
um, then we got mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are really harmless, but they kill normally because they transfer disease. And here goes what Choey says, no order, because they kill around 725,000 people per year. That's kind of like before we were kind of going in an order, you know. Now all of a sudden it's like boom, went from 20 to 725,000.
Yeah,
Big
and that's the
difference.
thing. Like you think about mosquitoes, like what the heck? I feel like I've got to go out like outside in like an outbreak costume. Like don't get stung by or bit by a mosquito because you might be one of the almost 1 million people that die.
Yeah. Maybe it just means you got to clean it, take care of that, that bite or whatever.
What if they bite you and you get like that monkey disease? Isn't that how outbreak happened? Was it a mosquito or that was a monkey? That was a
It was a
monkey,
monkey.
wasn't it?
It was a monkey.
Was there ever one that like a mosquito like caused the whole thing?
Well, movie-wise, no, but like plagues were caused by like yellow fever, like
Yeah.
back in the 1800s. That was like mosquitoes and stuff. Oh,
I'm
but
thinking,
yeah, like
never mind.
plague
I'm
things like
thinking
that.
it was Jurassic Park, which is not really a disease.
Oh, the mosquito. That's how they
Yeah.
save the DNA.
I knew that. I
I,
was like, I remember seeing a mosquito in something. And I was like, oh, that's right.
you're like same thing. Uh,
No. Jurassic Park, like disease, yellow fever, T-Rex bites your head off. It's in the same, like the
yeah.
death is the ultimate algorithm, so it's related.
As you go back to 2020, if a T-Rex ate you, they'd be like COVID. Just chalk that up to COVID.
It's all well. If COVID hadn't been around, we would have probably killed the T-Rex and we wouldn't have
Yeah.
died. So it's COVID related right there.
Moving on from mosquitoes, we got hippos, which weigh about over 6,000 pounds, but they kill 500 people a year in Africa. So I think we're safe, you and I, you know.
I wonder if
But
there's a stat where like there's like one person killed every year. Are hippos like they're not even indigenous to us, are they?
no, like the only time we're gonna see a hippo over here is in the zoo, man. And you like to think you're not gonna be killed by a hippo in a zoo unless you're jumping in the pit, And I guess if that happens, that's what they call it, what, national or natural consequences,
Yeah,
right?
that's Darwinism right there, man. That's
Yeah.
God's will.
Moving on, we got ants. Fire ants are native to South America. We have fire ants here, don't we? I guess we just
Yeah,
don't have. I guess we just don't have fire ants that kill a dozen humans every year. Their sting isn't life-threatening, but the secondary infections can lead to death.
which I remember hearing that, and I was like, dude, like, no, that's scary stuff. Like, you need to go wash. Like, when a kid gets bit by an ant, man, you better be like, Mr. Bing says, go wash it off with soap and water
Now,
now.
I told you I got one student. She's got an allergy. I forgot how they phrased it, but she's got an allergy to ants, but it's not like a life-threatening allergy. It's just like, hey, she's very sensitive, I guess, with her skin. And I'm like, okay, don't walk barefoot, girl. You'll be fine.
Maybe.
Moving on, we got one of Joey's favorite ocean creatures, the jellyfish.
I've never been stung by one as of yet, but like my youngest brother was stung by one when we were kids,
Did you pee
like
on him?
6 feet from me. And our middle kid was stung by a jellyfish like 2 summers ago, and
Mm.
he was like 15 feet from me.
Was he?
And I've come close to like stepping on those things because especially when they're on the beach or like right there on the water, you can barely see those things floating.
Oh yeah, because they're kind of like see-through or whatever. So they're
Yeah,
beautiful creatures, but they can also be deadly. They kill around 20 to 40 people in the Philippines alone. So who knows what else jellyfish do? But I've lucky myself. I've never been stung by a jellyfish. We don't need to talk about snakes because we know
yeah.
snakes kill about 50,000 people a year, and we both hate snakes.
Heck yeah.
Um,
This is my favorite. This is my favorite one right here. Honestly,
the
this made
humans,
the list.
the humans kill 475,000 people a year.
Yeah.
Probably, you think it's a lot of road rage and like accidents like that?
I don't know. Maybe, but like it's crazy that we're the second one behind mosquitoes.
There's snails with 200,000 people every year. That's amazing. But it's because they have some parasitic disease. It's called schistosomiasis. I don't know. But
Skits are not gonna be getting on me anymore. That's what's happening.
you're like, be wary of snails and tapeworms. I'm not
You're
surprised
all,
about
there's a
tapeworms though.
snail. Run.
I just say like, it just reminded me when we watched or when we were reading this is like, well, there's a good reason I don't like going outside barefoot anyway. But I mean, like ant bites, tapeworms, snails, like they chalk it up there, right?
You can just you like read through this stuff and take it like super serious, and like the next time you walk outside, you're all ah, freak out and just scream and like run inside. I can't go to work.
I can't. I can't believe hippos kill more people than lions do. Hippos kill about 500 a year. Lions kill 100. Is it because people are smart enough to stay away from lions?
Probably.
Yeah. Like elephants. Be careful about elephant. Although they kill about 100 a year, but that's because they're big. I don't think they like mean to kill us. It just happens. In small, tight spaces, you don't want to be stuck with elephants. And if you are, no sudden movements, right?
I'm going to question my life choices if I'm somehow stuck in some situation where I'm stuck in a tight space with an elephant.
Let's
Like, how
address
did
the
this exist?
let's address the elephant in the room, right?
Hey, I don't want to, like, should we talk about it? Everyone's like, what? And you're like, shh, don't say it. It'll make it mad.
No
Are you
sudden
talking about
movements.
me? Nope.
um, okay, we got wolves. We're moving on. We got wolves. They kill about 10 people a year. You know, the coyotes kill people. Or are they like not big enough?
I think
They got to,
Wiley
right? Yeah.
Coyotes killed him, but
Wiley Coyote never killed anybody. He kept trying.
he never killed the Roadrunner.
Then we got assassin bugs. Here's 12,000 deaths a year. Thanks, bugs.
I think that's an awesome name to have. I'm the
Like,
assassin bug.
you know, we never read this before. It bites people on the face, giving them
That's
a
nice.
parasitic infection known as Chagas disease. That's oh, that's gotta be fun, right? You bit me in the face.
Yeah. The first time I saw this name, I thought it said something different.
Was it Tsetse fly?
Oh my gosh.
It was very similar to the normal house fly. It can kill about 10,000 people a year. Looks like there's a what's that? Trypanosomiasis, another parasitic disease. So some of these insects, you got to worry about this parasite coming in, you know. And then we round it up with our bears, alligators, and mountain lions, you know.
Yeah, somebody like was like, we can't do like lions, tigers, and bears, oh my, because we already did the stuff. Oh, tigers didn't make a list. Now that I think about it.
They didn't. No, they didn't.
Huh?
Mountain lions did. Lions did, but no tigers.
Hmm.
What
Wonder
was
why
I
that
gonna
is.
say? You probably remember it more than me? The Nate Bargatze story. And went to that. Like, was it like that alligator farm or whatever? When that dude was. Seemed like
The
there were
reptile
snakes.
farm.
Reptile
Talking about the
farm. And
snake
like,
farm.
yeah, and the snakes got loose. Nobody move.
I like it when he tells the story, like, and he's like, oh, he's like, why is this one empty with the door open? I think we're cleaning that one. What do you think?
Hey, did you here? So I'm gonna end it here so you can be your typical Joey. In a typical year, one American, only one, is fatally attacked by a shark. Additionally, there tends to be around 16 non-fatal attacks every year.
I'm
Take
saying.
it away, Joey.
So I'm saying, like, one person dies, but the other ones have stumps
Yeah,
or big old scars.
they got stories they can tell. That's what they have, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, now granted, I would freak out if I got bit by a snake. If I got in a car, I've been in an accident with a deer before. I won. I'm still here.
Yeah.
I mean, I've eaten a lot of hamburgers, so I feel like in steaks, so I feel like that's kind of like it's a wash or something like that eventually happens. Like I got enough of you guys down, so it is what it is. But like the shark thing, like you get like I told like I've said before, I know I've been stung at least a handful of times by a bee. I can't tell you exactly where. I remember like it's on the arm, leg, maybe. If I got bit by a shark, I would know where. Right there with a big old scar.
Chicks dig scars, though. Remember?
Yeah, but I mean, do chicks dig guys with stumps? I'm just saying.
That's a good question. All right. Anything before
I,
we hit our
I
break?
I don't think that's on the Match.com thing. It's like any scars, any
Yeah.
stumps we should know about.
Let me show you this leg right here, or this hand. There used to be a hand here.
It's you go to shake your hand. There's a stump. I think you should explain that first.
All right, all right, dude. We're going to the break, then the song. All right.
We say toast, convey, cheers, mate, and cheers, mate again, or simply cheers. Sometimes it's all tossing, other times it's cheers. Hey, you effing hoser. We also say Sunday, salute, saluting, or Tage, skull, Russia, we cheer, nicer of you. And now in Vietnam we can say, yo, that's how Joey and Chandler cheers around the world. Cheers, cheers around the world. Cheers, cheers around the world. Different languages, same sentiments, raising our glasses to friendship and joy. Cheers, cheers around the world. Cheers, cheers around the world. The world.
Takes a minute. There he goes, Bill. Hey, did you hear the full version of that I made?
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
I
the
liked
the
it.
first.
Loved it.
That's the first song I'm thinking about putting on iTunes for us for happiness overload. You know.
You know what? Like, and this was the first time I probably heard it during this episode recording where I've not pictured us like doing a music video.
Uh huh.
Instead,
Oh, you got a new idea.
opening montage for the Joey and Chandler Adventure Time, our TV show.
Oh, the TV. What the? Like, is it gonna be like Pee Wee's Playhouse type thing? What are we talking about?
I was thinking like some sort of like loose like live action, probably maybe it can animate. I don't even know at that point. I haven't like fleshed out the idea too much.
You're like claymation. That's easy to do.
Like Chippendale's Rescue Rangers,
Oh yeah, yeah.
where we just go on like fun adventures all the time that make no sense to anything. You're like, so the whole point of the episode was that they had to go to the bank, but they weren't going to do anything at the bank.
But they
And
got
somehow
on
all
a
this
space. They got on a space rocket and went up to the moon.
kind of like you know how like Dude, Where's My Car like had nothing to do with anything
Yeah.
like that. But like every episode will pretty much be like that.
Hey, real quick, we got to turn it over to Morgan.
Hi there, I'm here to help Choi and Chandler to read an advertisement for BuyBlackett.com. Please shop BuyBlackett.com. Are you looking for unique gifts at unbeatable prices? Then look no further. BuyBlackett.com has quality merchandise for everyone on your list, from gifts for cat and dog lovers to American fans, beer enthusiasts, and even Jesus lovers. As for teachers, we didn't forget about you. Please don't miss our funny attire to brighten up your classroom. So bring a smile to your loved ones' faces and shop BuyBlackett.com today. Tell them Choi and Chandler sent you.
That's a great ad. That's all I can say. Well done, well done, well done.
I wish I had a voice like that. Like that people could just be like, they hear your voice and they're like, ah, he just has like one of those voices. It's like, I just want to hear him talk.
I did let you hear a voice later, see if it sounds authentic to something that I'm working on.
All right, everybody, come on down to Joking with Jans. That's right, here's a game show you can play at home. Try and test your knowledge and see how many more you get correct than incorrect. So stick around and have fun and laugh listening to Joking with Jans.
All right, hey, we're gonna go to Joking with Jans here, right? And this is something we've played before, but again, I hope you don't remember everything, right? Because we're gonna do these weird nicknames, the names that you were kind of like, what? That doesn't like make sense. Some you'll get because you're a smart guy. Some you already know anyway, you know. But here's 12 weird short forms of popular names that make you go, huh? All right. So obviously you've heard of Richard, right?
Uh-huh.
What would the short would what? It rhymes with 6, starts with a D. Is that how you want to say it?
Well, the short version original like is Rick, but then the one that I was always like wondering like how you get that from because Richard Rick, got it, Ricky, all that, but then you change the R to a D, and I'm like, well, how does that doesn't?
So according to this, going back to the Middle Ages, there weren't that many first names yet, and since there were so many named Richard, everyone needed nicknames to tell each other apart. Richard was shortened to Rick, and then people would rhyme it with something else to become an entirely new name. So Rick eventually became the D word that modern perverts laugh at. All right, and so moving on. What's a short form for William, sir?
Willie.
Okay, Willie's one. Will. Bill. I thought it was funny. They should have made it Billiam. You know, like you watched The Office. It's like, you know, back in the day. Michael called Jim one time. He's like, James. Jim. He's like, Jimothy. Like he kind of like made his own thing. And I was just like, Billiam. But William was also a popular name in the Middle Ages. So many nicknames were born. It was shortened to Will, which turned into Bill, and the whole rhyming thing strikes again, right? Here's the one that threw you off, right?
A lot, because it doesn't make any sense.
Nancy is short for Anne. Here's why. It makes sense if you read this. It's just, we don't get it, Why is this the short form of Anne actually longer than the original name? People used to use the affectionate phrase, mine Anne, which eventually turned into my Nan. Nickname tens of the time also had people adding CY to the end. So that's how Anne evolved into Nancy. So they said, here, fun fact. This means that sisters Anne and Nancy Wilson, members of the band Heart, were actually kind of had the same name,
Yeah, it just, I don't know, like, I don't, when you explain it, it's like, all right. But that's like one of those things, kind of like when you explain like how to like pronounce words in the English language and it don't make any sense. It's like, I guess if that makes sense to you, then we'll roll with that.
You can figure out one short form for Edward, can't you?
It was Eddie, but then like the other ones that you added on, I'm like, what, for real?
Well, I didn't add them on. Ted and Ned aren't names.
I blame you. I blame you for the crap nicknames.
But yeah, you've got it again. Mine Ed, just like mine Ann, turned into my Ned. As for Ted, just as Richard and William were popular names, Edward was a very common name that required nicknames. So I guess with names like that, they start with vowels. People just started adding easy to pronounce consonants.
Well, you know
Ted
what?
became Ted.
I wonder if some people got some jacked up nicknames because, like, maybe that's where like the name game came from. Remember, like Ned, Bobed, Banana, Fana, Fobed.
Exactly.
Somebody's
Here's
like, my
another
name's
one.
Edward, and they're like, no, it's Fofed.
it's no, your name was Edward. Now it's Ned. Didn't you know that?
Little Nettie Niederlander.
Great movie, man. Great movie.
So many jokes like that I got when I was older. I'm like, oh, so sweater's funny because they're in Mexico and it's hot all the freaking time. I get it.
I like how plethora. I just like how he kept going on with that word.
That or the mail plane. I could tell it was a mail plane because little balls, and I was like, I don't get it.
Yeah, and he started laughing like that. Nelly is short for Helen there, sir.
So the rapper?
Yeah, the rapper Nelly, although he's spelled with a Y, not an I-E.
I'm just saying, though.
He'd be Helen, I guess. So, yep, Nelly is similar to Ned and Nancy. Since, depending on your accent, the H in Helen might be silent or difficult to say, it was dropped, and mine Helen turned into my Nell, and then my Nelly, Of course. This
was a crap one.
This was your favorite one.
it's stupid because I was like, oh, okay, Margie, Mags. Like I got all those.
The name is Margaret, people. Listener land, it's Margaret, and the shorts are Peggy and Daisy. And Joseph had a big fit with the word Daisy. I don't get it
because it's not even there. It's like here's a connection, like some obscure reference. So technically, Princess Daisy from like Super Mario was probably Princess Margaret.
Mm-hmm. Marguerite.
I'm just saying.
It makes sense if you listen to their reasoning. It seems that there should be a long explanation for Daisy, but it's quite simple. The French word for Daisy is Marguerite, and Margaret and Marguerite pretty similar, so they started calling people Daisy. As for Peggy, well, that's Margaret was shortened to Meg, then Meggie, and they started rhyming it, and Meggie turned into Peggy.
That's like that's like the same vein of like rationale as the fact that I'm bald. So you're like, hey, baldy, cue ball, pool player. I'm gonna call you the Black Widow. And it's like, why? Because there's a pool player named the Black Widow. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. It does, trust me. No, it doesn't.
All the sense in the world. I didn't know. Like, I wouldn't even thought of this. Sarah. I didn't even think of a short name for Sarah. I didn't know there was a short name for Sarah. Here they come up with Sally. So in the time of the Normans in the 11th and 12th centuries, people would often substitute the R for other letters. And so sometimes the L would take that R sound, and then they added a Y at the end. And so Sarah, or Stella, or Sala, became Sally.
It's weird too. It's just weird.
Like along came Mary.
Along came, yeah. There you go. Or there's something about Polly.
Yeah, there's
right?
something about Polly, yeah. So Polly is short for Mary. First off, we have another case of the R being replaced with two L's. Then the natural evolution of the language turned Mary into Molly. And yes, more rhyming occurred and Molly into Polly. Isn't Molly a name for a drug?
It is. MDMA.
Oh, see, I knew about the Hank and Henry. You knew that one, right?
Yeah.
I like their
And I get like that's the thing. It's like, okay, like I can see a little bit of it because at least there's like some, like you go back to like Molly and Mary or Polly and Mary. The only letter that's the same is the Y.
Hank and Henry. So they said the Dutch version of Henry is Hendrik, Hendrick. So I guess they just started calling people Henk, and then Hank kind of turned into Hank because English people, changing the sound here and there, right? This Jack John one, that was weird for me,
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense either.
They're both short. They still have 4 letters in it.
Yeah, and they give it like this one. I'll get on board with at least a little bit more because this first letter, at least, whatever. It's just like no, it's still like
Joey's like that's an approved nickname per Joey. That's allowed.
Well, but it's just it's still one of those things like abbreviations, nicknames. In my mind, like a nickname should be like an abbreviation, like so, like how you like Joseph, Cho, like got it. Chandler, Jans. John and Jack, they have the same letter. Like you're not saving anybody time on that one.
Well, they said the history here says back in the 11th and 12th centuries, the Normans would have pronounced John as Jin with the E sound, and then they also added the kin, K-I-N, to the end of nicknames. So Jin turned into Jinkin, which eventually turned into Jackin, and finally just Jack.
Jackin eventually turned into something else too.
What about see, now I knew about Chuck for Charles. I like how they're like in the Middle English, which I still don't. What is Middle English? It reminds me of Lord of the Rings,
Middle Earth. It's the language spoken Middle Earth, the hobbits and whatnot.
But Charles was Chukin, or maybe Chuckin, and so they just called him Chuck,
Yeah.
Charles. And then last one, this was the one also threw you off. Buffy is short for Elizabeth.
Yeah, I know. Because I'm like, that means like Elizabeth the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, by the way, that actress still going pretty good. No, the TV one, the TV show. Because Sarah Michelle Gellar was the TV one, right?
Yeah.
Christy Swanson was the movie?
Yeah.
Christy
like
Swanson.
The TV one better.
Hopefully she doesn't take offense to that if she hears our episodes.
She's like, those guys.
She's like, you know what? I'm going to tell all of my fans that are still watching my crap shows to not listen to those guys anymore.
Hey, but this also means the Queen of England was Queen Buffy, right?
Yeah, well, they can't say long live the Queen anymore because she long lived and then she died.
All right, so there aren't even any F's in Elizabeth. Come on, right? I swear that sentence was written in Choese, like your language. But in this case, it's a nickname based on how a child might pronounce the final syllable. Beth becomes Beth if you're like a kid, and then sometimes that Beth becomes Buff. Add that Y on, boom, bing, bang, boom, Buffy.
Bing, bang, boom. So I get like, if Elizabeth takes some steroids and then she becomes buff. That's how that works. Elizabeth becomes like a mannish type of chick in the thing, and then that's a whole nother episode.
Hey, actually, I'm going to end on that. I got the seeds. Remember, we're talking about Smarch Madness, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got Smarch Madness ideas, and I know you'll contribute with ideas. We're going to be good for Smarch Madness for a while. But here are the seeds. We're starting with TV theme shows, sitcom theme shows, songs. I'm sorry, sitcom theme songs in the 80s and 90s, right? So we'll get like at least a third person on with us. Maybe one of your kids if we have to. We have Perfect Strangers versus Charles in Charge. Night Court versus Cheers. Boy Meets World versus Fresh Prince. Married with Children versus Alf. Full House versus Friends. Step by Step versus Family Matters. Who's the Boss versus Saved by the Bell. And Family Ties versus Growing Pains. I think that Family Ties Growing Pains, that's going to be tough for me. But I downloaded all the songs. So when we do Smarch Madness, we'll hear like about 15 seconds or so of this. We're not gonna listen to the whole thing, you know.
We do this. We're gonna do like we'll do like what a couple of matches a week, an episode.
I mean that's what we need to figure out. You know, we could knock out one slide an episode, the next slide because that would be a next slide an episode because then you go from 16 to 8,
An eight.
and then you go 8
Because we
to
got our Sweet
4.
16. We'll go to the Elite Eight, then the Final Four.
What's that? Figure the final
Gotcha.
4 in the championship we could do in the same episode, right?
Yeah.
Because that won't be that hard. But yeah, I mean,
Until
probably we'll knock out one round of 16, one Sweet 16, one Sweet 16, then we'll knock out the other Sweet 16, and then the
I'm
following.
telling you right now, based on like just like looking at this stuff, remembering like the montage.
Mm-hmm.
I remember loving Full House because like at different times I had like crushes on Candace Cameron and then Jodie Sweetin
Mm-hmm.
when I was a kid.
But Full House is going up against the Friends theme song, bro.
I mean,
I mean, it's Friends, you know.
I already kind of think for the most part, I think I know like which votes I'm gonna go with already.
Well, I mean, I gotta hear it, but I can tell you right now, like Perfect Strangers, Charles and Charlie, that's gonna be a tough matchup for me. Night Court Cheers is gonna be a tough matchup for me. For my thing, Step by Step, Family Matters is gonna be tough. Family Ties, Growing Pains is gonna be tough. I think some of the others, I gotta hear the song, but I mean, it's like, I mean, I love Friends, I love Saved by the Bell. You know, I love Who's the Boss and Full House though too. So you know, we'll see. But obviously, with us being 3, like let's say I vote one, you vote the other. Whoever that third person is, they may agree with you, and then I'm like, oh, you know,
Yeah.
oh well, that's the beautiful part of Smarch Madness, right?
Maybe like the upset noises. Oh my god!
All right, we're gonna end on some inspirational quotes for 2025. Okay.
Sounds good.
So, out with the old, in with the new is a fitting expression for a holiday that is based on vomiting by Andy Borowitz. Think about the people that party hardied on New Year's Eve, right?
Dude, it was kind of funny too because I went to the grocery store the next morning
Was it
and
zombies
you
out
could
there?
tell the people that had stayed up a little bit because if people coming in all ugly face, just like you could look like they were worn out, like they might not even slept yet.
If you want an interesting party, combine cocktails and a fresh box of crayons for everyone. I don't know. I thought that was just crazy. What do you think people would do? Just throw up crayons everywhere? Robert Fulgham? I don't know about that, but it would be interesting. I guess we can agree with him, you know?
A lot of broken crayons is what I'm imagining. People just snapping them and being jerks.
All right, so this third quote, I know it's from Mark Twain, but when I read this, I thought of you, Choi. New Year's is a harmless annual institution of no particular use to anybody, save as a scapegoat for promiscuous drunks and friendly calls and humbug resolutions. Does that sound like something you'd say?
I think I might get that tattooed on me. Jeez, that's good.
It's
It
a
did.
lot of words there. By the way, the fourth quote was more young Chandler. Every New Year's, I have the same question: how'd I get home? Whoever Melanie White is. I was like, reminds me, like I've had some times, not New Year's, but where I'd be like, where am I?
I'm like Melanie White smells a little bit like she was part of one of those like scapegoat for promiscuous drunks thing.
Mark Twain's like, I got you. All right.
He like puts in air quotes Melanie White talking about you.
Anything you want to add?
No,
There's
just I
one thing
guess
I
since
want to
it's
add. I
like
just thought of it.
our New Year or like New Year's, just hopefully nobody gets too bummed out by the Memento Mori holiday from yesterday, and
Mm-hmm.
keep listening and enjoying us, and hopefully we got Smarch Madness for like years to come already set up,
Years.
so we
It's like
got
5 years.
content for days and days and days.
And real quick before we do our social media plug, I just thought of something, and I brought it up last time. Before we had to redo this. Remember your last What's Chaplain Joey?
You know what sucks is the fact that I don't remember it still.
You went on a tyrant about fall and spring finales, right? And
Oh yeah,
this is our fall finale right now.
that's right.
Yeah, because now we're gonna take a little winter break with some reruns and some clip shows, and allows our brains to think. Allows you to work on our fun time animated show.
I remember that because then I remember like reflecting and being like, dude, like I'm upset about everything. I'm
I
upset
love how
about everything.
I love how you told me you're like, man, I'm so upset about stuff I forget. I forget what I was getting on about. You know, it's like
Yeah, because it's like I don't even know. Like I'm just like everything bothers me.
there was a no, that's a comedian that was just like, I guess, or maybe you were telling me about a comedian about like he's saying it's like his wife's like, why are you always mad? He's like, I just like being bothered.
Sebastian Maniscalco, he's on the Netflix a lot. And she's like, "Why are you always upset?" He's like, "I like to be bothered. That's my favorite thing. I like being bothered."
Do you want to do the social media plug, sir?
Yes, I'll do that for us, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. We are on Facebook, X, and TikTok as Choey and Jan, Choey, the letter Jan, and we are on Facebook and Threads as Choey and Jan 2.
Mm-hmm.
Choey, the letter Jantoo.
Well, I just realized I need to update that slide so I got it correctly. But so I gotta figure out why when I'm putting that stuff on TikTok, those inebriated histories, which I love
Yeah,
doing. And that Cinco de Mayo one's out, by the way. I'll send it to you if you haven't seen it.
I
But
watched it.
I don't know why I can't get the full version on Instagram now. Like they cut it off at like 2 minutes. I don't know. Did Instagram change its policy or something?
I don't know. We can't talk trash about Meta though. They'll probably kill us.
Yeah, that's true. All right, cool.
Meta. If you talk trash about Meta, they're going to be like the number one, but
You're like
instead of mosquitoes.
you're like the Illuminati's meta.
All
All right,
don't
pulling the
say that.
plug there, sir.
All right.